the videos a little too basic, but I wanted to invite new people in. That said, if you're a little confused, I will just say look to the older videos. I will try to construct a playlist to catch people up, but this will be very advanced, so let's get right to it. This is going to be Claire speaking with an older Scientologist who knew Hubbard personally. She will relate her experiences with Flo, and I think it's very telling where Claire goes or decides not to go with the conversation.
I was panicked and I could not think of a way to get her. And then a day or two later, we heard, I don't remember how I heard.
Yeah, and sorry, we have to be careful what words we use on this platform.
Notice where she stopped her. I'm not accusing Claire of anything, but it's just very interesting how this is always diverted off of. And I'm going to show you where Aaron kind of did the same shit, man, when I was interviewing him.
Okay.
Just making sure you know that because I know what's coming, but go ahead.
Yeah, we heard that she had passed and that somebody, I think one of her daughters or a friend had found her.
Oh dear.
And I was given all the details of it and I was terribly distraught.
Was this controlled opposition? Well, good on Claire. They did discuss the issue, and she did let the woman speak freely. She just said, okay, we just watch certain words, and that could be just a YouTube thing, and that is fair. But as far as I know, Claire has not returned to the issue of Flo, despite how explosive this is and how damaging it could be to Miscavige. And she's done a lot of anti-Miscavige stuff. But again, this is a criminal issue, and you'd think she really wants to hurt Miscavige, but doesn't talk about it. This is, I think, the only reference. But I will be fair, I will double check again, but I think this is it. And again, Doug himself tried to broach this issue with Aaron, but as you're going to see, Aaron was very, very reluctant to go down that path. Again, I'm not saying he's bought off or, quote, OSA agent, but it was a little suspicious.
Scientology's tax exempt status as the main goal to kind of get them, to stop doing so many criminal activities. What's the whole, 7-decade history. The bodies are buried left and right. They've done every known human criminal / mafia action known to man. What's it going to take to actually hold them to account?
So I think it will take, I think the first step will be getting them prosecuted for financial crimes. Mm-hmm. And I should probably go on the record saying, I think we colloquially say bodies are buried, but I definitely.
Yeah, regards that last comment, this definitely won't be for everybody's channel, but if you check out the channel, it's not about that. It's just about trying to go beyond the controlled opposition.
I don't think Scientology is behind any murders.
Do you? None at all? Yeah, I do. Well, I would just put Lisa McPherson in that. That's not an outright what you call murder, but that's my definition. Okay. Maybe negligent murder. And sense. Yeah, I do. I don't know if I could. I doubt I'd be able to. Maybe I could prove it. Maybe we'll be doing.
Not responsible for deaths.
Can I just say something?
Well, good on Doug. He kind of saw from Aaron's reaction saying, well, I think we need to concentrate on the financial crimes. I could believe maybe homicide through neglect, but murder, I don't want to go there. And Doug is like, okay, I get it. I see you're uncomfortable. We're not going to pursue the issue. So going from the older videos and Doug's video, as well as some good articles, including Tony Ortega, who I know is controversial, but we'll put that aside. So the information collectively does lean towards Flo was murdered. And David Miscavige, murkily perhaps, did put an order in to get rid of her. Was Rathbun, quote, has blood on his hands? Don't know, but he was the shadowy figure. He was sort of at least the go-between with perhaps the people who carried out the act. Now, again, we don't even know it is a murder, only that the evidence leans towards that interpretation. Maybe it was a suicide, but I would be very, very surprised if OSA was not monitoring the situation or spying or collecting intelligence. That seems very routine for Scientology. So at the very least, they know a lot more than what was happening. And we do have some confirmation from other cases. For instance, when Ron Miscavige basically escaped from David, it's a very similar procedure where Miscavige hired a PI, and this is where it gets very alarming and very shocking. This PI was armed, and the police brought him in for questioning. Again, he didn't admit to a conspiracy, but they were able to flesh out that, yeah, Miscavige was giving orders. And again, it did seem like he was, quote, not being sent to assassinate, but if necessary, yes, he was authorized to do something. So we have been down this path before. Ron Miscavige has talked about this